Ray and Pookie strikes once again. Let's get into it. Nordstrom closes in San Francisco store after 35 years of being there. 35 years is everything's been peaches and cream. Ray and Pookie's been destroying the area, committing all types of robberies, burglaries, all types of assaults. Now we're done. Let's get into it. Nordstrom closed the doors of its 5-story department store in San Francisco on Sunday, ending a 35-year run as the city suffered a retail exodus. Nordstrom announced in May, saying that the dynamics of the downtown San Francisco market have changed dramatically over the past several years. More crime, impacting customers' foot traffic to the stores and the ability to operate successfully. Let me keep it real. I'm not going to your store if I know that this place constantly is getting robbed, because you may rob me. Not only are you going to get robbed, I could be held up at gunpoint. I could be killed for what? $10 in my wallet? Not worth it. Let's continue. Shoppers said it was a sad day and that the 312,000 square foot Nordstrom was an anchor in San Francisco. The once vibrant store was filled with empty displays, sealed off areas, and customers taking a ride on its memorable spiral escalator one last time. A nearby Nordstrom rack closed last month. After Nordstrom announced it was closing, shopping mall operator Westfield said it would give up control of its San Francisco mall, citing challenging operating conditions in downtown San Francisco, which have led to declines in sales, occupancy, and foot traffic. Once a bustling retail center in the heart of the city, the San Francisco Center had taken a significant hit in the past few years. Total sales have fallen from $455 million in 2019 to $298 million. I think we know what is causing a lot of this. Foot traffic has plummeted from 9.7 million visitors in 2019 to 5.6 million. Okay, so they're losing a lot of money. They're also getting a lot of people, or I guess less lack thereof, of people actually coming in to get that money. Okay, well-known chain stores like Whole Foods, Anthropologie. Never even heard of that. I don't even know what they was selling there. Never even been to Nordstrom either. I think they sell clothes. It's like a Kohl's, I think. Office Depot and CB2, never heard of that, have also ceased operation in the city's downtown since the start of the pandemic. In total, more than 39 retail stores have shuttered in San Francisco's Union Square area since 2020, according to the tally. Despite the troubles, IKEA opened last week a 3-level 52,000 square foot store. So all these places are closing and your arse is opening. Okay. City leaders are hopeful that the home furniture store will draw shoppers to downtown San Francisco and support other businesses in the area at the time of the store closures and rising public safety concerns. That's stupid. Why would you? If everyone's leaving, it's like saying you move into the hood and you're like, man, how come there's like nobody here? How come all the houses are messed up and what's going on around here? Maybe because it's a terrible area to be in. Maybe it's a whole bunch of crime. Maybe it's a high cost of living. Maybe the water's bad. Maybe it's a whole bunch of stuff. And you're just like, well, I'm gonna have a nice middle class. I'm having a nice middle class life up in here, yo. Okay. You have fun with that. I don't think the IKEA is gonna last long at all. I wonder whose idea was that. Maybe cheap real estate. They were like, oh, we could do that. You got people up in California, I think was it Los Angeles, maybe it was San Francisco, where they told their employees, they were like, yo, it's work from home. Well, why I mean, work from home? Because we can't do that. Y'all gonna have to work from home because we can't afford to. It's unsafe here. It just is what it is. It's unsafe, so that's one of the things where I'm like, y'all, what the heck, raising Pookies. Really, ever since the pandemic happened, I understand, there was a lot of mental health issues, which I was just talking about it yesterday, and I was like, I just don't get it, how there's all these mental health issues that took place. But you had a lot of people who They're married or with someone, whatever your relationship status is, and they're miserable with that person. They couldn't be in that same house with them. Now, also something I will say, our lockdowns in America was nothing like China, nothing like a lot of these other countries where you were going to get jailed or you were going to get a serious fine. I mean, they literally had police officers walking the streets saying nobody can be out. Okay. Meanwhile, here it was kind of like, I mean, we don't want. What I would say is, for me, I was like, okay. Like when I wanted to actually go ahead and do my stuff during the times that I do it, I was like, okay, seems like it's about the same. I thought it was going to be a little less people out here, but it seems like it's about the same because people are still out and about. Now, was it a little less or a lot less? Yeah, probably about 50% less. But then quickly, at least where I'm at, quickly started picking up. And I'm like, okay, I guess this is what we're doing. You know what I mean? At least where I'm at, I didn't see places closing, like shops closing down or all that kind of stuff, you know. So everything is obviously different depending on where you're at. You have some places where it's like, okay, we got to close this mom and pop shop. We got to close this out. We got to close this out. We got to close this out. You know, so you have people who were worried about money. You have people who are worried about all this other stuff. And I 100% get it in that aspect of it, you know, of how people have fallen so much with all of that. Fortunately, me and my spouse, we luckily, whew, Chad, we luckily did not lose our jobs, but a lot of people did. You know, you had a fair amount of people who didn't, but you had a lot of people who did, and it was, you know, do the or you lose your job, and people were like, well, I got to do it. Or you had people who just straight up, whether they took it or not, they lost their job, you know. So I get that 100%. And that is something, it was a mess. But you know, you look at everything and you see, you know, people talking about the pandemic and everything that happened with that. And yes, people changed, like crime. You had people who were already, so we're on the boat and we got two hands on the boat, right? We got two hands on the boat. And we're like, let us up, please let us up. And then you just have like the corporation that's like, get your. And then pandemic hit and they had that one pinky that was holding them up. And they're like, you know what? I can't take it. Because you had a lot of people who were already poor, myself included. Okay. But you had a lot of people who were already poor. So it was like, I'm gonna have to start committing some crime, you know. And that, I'm not saying that's what should have been happening, but that's what was happening. Then you have people who were on TikTok and they were showing, hey, this is how you can break into vehicles, y'all can break the vehicles. Oh man, we can break the vehicles. And then we got people breaking into vehicles. You got California enacting laws, and you know, saying, you know, if it's under like 999 or something like that, then, and I'm like, what are we doing, y'all? You know, and then they don't want to get the people, and then we're just seeing regular people who are just being terrorized by all this stuff. And then it's like, man, but how come Nordstrom gotta close? How come this place gotta close? How come the Dick's Sporting Good gotta close? How come the, you know, Old Country Buffet? Because you guys are fighting. You guys are robbing the place. You guys are stealing. You guys are being belligerent. You guys are acting animalistic. What did you expect was going to happen? You can't just keep robbing places and think that they're just going to stay. A lot of these places were just waiting. And especially in California, a lot of these places, mom and pops, your smaller businesses, a lot of these places are waiting for the lease to be up. For them to just be like, okay, I'm out. I'm waiting for my lease. And even if my lease isn't up, I'm not making money here. I can't make money here. I'm not making as much as I should. So I'm going to go over here to a different state or a different country. Different state or a different city. And I'm going to try to make money over there. You know, I mean, that's just is what it is. And we have our Pookies and Ray Rays. You got Pookies and Ray Rays of different colors, but we know which one we've been seeing lately. Okay. But I know that we got different, you know, kinds of Pookies and Ray Rays, but they're the ones who have destroyed the community. You know, this is it. I mean, it is what it is. This is why this kind of stuff happened. Hey, I greatly appreciate if you could support me. Simply go to ebay.com. In the search bar, type in Latrice Limited, click on shops, and then support me. I have a wide variety of items on there, many of my own personal Latrice Limited items, such as candles, bath bombs, soaps, essential oil blends, lingerie robes, so much stuff. I even have men's ties and comic books on there. Definitely support me, and do not forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.